What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Legendary Sports Podcast. This is your host, GSR, and today we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys fans. Us, all of us. Why we're so polarizing and why do people hate on us so much? Also, is it why is if you hate us so much, why is it when you mention our names, we bring the whole city out? All right, let's get into it. So, what? Why are we hated so much? I think, as we all know, as we go through the Twitter sphere or X sphere, however you want to call it, that there's two kinds of Cowboys fans. There's us in the know who actually follow the team and know what's going on and understands how salary cap works and how you can't just trade anything for anything or just go out and sign everybody because it just doesn't work. And there's other fans who are casuals who don't really pay attention and just kind of just like the colors, so they're Cowboys fans, or it's fashionable. A lot of celebrities are Cowboys fans, so they go that way out. And to those fans are obnoxious. So those fans who think that you could just at any point in time you could just pick up and trade Dak Prescott and get three firsts in Joe Burrow. Those are the type of fans I'm referring to. The ones that think that, hey, such and such just got released. Go sign him, Dallas. Go pick him up. No, doesn't work like that. Most of us who have a working, functional mind and understand, who actually watch and love the game and love our Cowboys, know that's not how it works. And that they're not that team anymore. They just aren't. Now, this is separate from the Derrick Henry situation in which you didn't even try or pick up the phone, and he was in a high priced $20 million a year free agent. That's different. Um, in that situation, both fan bases, sides of the coin unite and say, hey, why didn't you? You could have. In that situation, they could have. For heck, for that situation, you could have called Saquon, at least see if he was interested, and see what kind of game changer he was for the Eagles. Now, the Eagles were, I hate to admit it, but are a far better team right now than the Cowboys. Of course, they were last year, and they were one piece away. The Cowboys are nowhere near one piece away. They're like 5 or 6 pieces away. So, would Saquon put you over the top? Derrick Henry put you over the top? No, not like he did for the Eagles and the Ravens, respectively. However, they would have put you in contention. And who knows, as the season rolls on, maybe you do go get a Devontae. And maybe Dak doesn't get hurt because he has a reliable running game. So by the time this young offensive line started to gel with Derrick Henry or Saquon, you know, and you have an actual legit number two receiver. CD is all worldly, but he can't do it by himself. So then you have an actual, who knows? It'll be a great what if. But that was last season. This is now. So, getting back to where our fan base is, when I was talking about two sides of the coin, where real fans who follow the game and follow us podcasters and pay and watch and pick up and breathe the Dallas Cowboys, who actually want to be in the know, versus the obnoxious fans who sign everybody, trade everybody, fire everybody after the first play of the game. Yeah. Those are, unfortunately, two different types of fans. Unfortunately, the fans that usually get the most, are the loudest and get the most respect, not respect, but the most coverage are the delusional fans. They are the ones that the media tries to point to as and call them Cowboys fans. Those casuals who probably haven't watched a game or been to a game in years, who say, "Oh, Dallas, look at the record. Oh, they stink. They bums. And have no reason why. No earthly knowledge of why they're bums. Now, that could be it. That could be how you feel. And that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Can't knock you for that. But how? But that's not being in the know. That's not understanding. That's not bringing anything of knowledge to the table. You're just saying they suck for the sake of saying they suck. And those fans are the ones that get the coverage, not us diehards. Now, one thing we can all agree on: we love our Dallas Cowboys. But how much? Mm, I think that's not. I think us diehards who actually love and pay attention to the team and know that. I just saw a stupid report today that Cowboys were shopping or thinking of releasing Trayvon Diggs before March 17th. That's what that has to be a fan created rumor. You know how I know? Because Trayvon Diggs can barely walk right now. He just had an ugly knee surgery where he has to get a ligament replaced and hope that it grows back. No, nobody's going to trade for him. They don't even know if he's going to can run. He has a big contract and he's hurt. You can't do anything about that. You have to get his surgery, get him into rehab, and hopefully he's ready for the rest of the season. That's the kind of stuff. So you take a fan who completely makes up something that makes sense to them, especially now on X or Twitter, that you can pay for your blue checks, and they run with stuff and they think that, and people think that it's true. That's not how that's not how it goes. And those are the fans who really get behind that and turn that fake news story into a true talking point and think it's factual. That's not how it goes, people. But to that fan, to the real fans who understand the dynamics around Trayvon Diggs and not and why he can't be, why it's pointless to cut him, and why you would even trade him because you're not going to get anything back. Those are the type of fans, delusional fans, that people get on people's nerves. Because and that's the rep that I think the most Cowboys fans get. That's why they think they're delusional and people are not paying attention. Well, I mean, we think we can win a championship every year. No, we don't. If you actually look at real Cowboys fans who actually study the game and and do the research and put in the time and you follow, shout out to other Law Nation, J Tuck, Brian Bottas, Love of the Star podcast, other podcasts. All three of those are great podcasts that I frequently listen to. Vouch, my guy. Big, huge fan. Skywalker Steel. Great podcasters. All do the work. All do break everything down for you. Always will keep you educated into what being in the know. So shout out to all those guys. Love what you're doing. Keep doing it. Inspired me to do this. Hopefully one day I'll be great like you guys are. But the fans who tune into those shows to get educated, to learn, and now this show to learn and actually understand the game and why Cowboys won't do this or why they won't draft this guy, why they won't just draft Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur Sanders was there, which there's a good chance he might be, the Cowboys still won't draft him. They're not. Dax being a second year of a $60 million contract extension, too much pressure for him to play. See, and they have too many other needs than quarterback. They'll get to quarterback in the draft, maybe in a later draft, but not in the first round. And fans just think so. To those delusional fans who think that if he's there, they'll draft him, not happening. Would it be box office? Yes. Would it probably break the world? Yes. Is that something old Jerry would have done? Old want to draft Johnny Manziel over Zach Martin, Jerry? Absolutely. Jerry that guy anymore? No. Not fiscally responsible Jerry and Steven. Not that guy anymore. But those fans, those delusional fans that believe that are the ones that go to war. The media goes to war with, and other fan bases go to war with. Now, real fans try to inject ourselves to understand, hey, we get this, we get talking points, we understand certain things. We might not win the Super Bowl, we don't exactly suck, and we'll break it down to you and have an actual intellectual debate with you if you want. You guys, but those, we're drowned out in the sea of Cowboys will win the Super Bowl every year type of fans. Which actually is no worse than Philadelphia fans. Have you met an Eagles fan? I have a brother-in-law who's an Eagles fan. They will tear down the Cowboys at every turn. There was a video floating around at the Super Bowl, no less, that Eagles fans were chanting Cowboys suck at the Super Bowl. Now, I can't defend that, the Cowboys at this point, because they've been beaten up every chance they get, every surroundings they get. They've been beaten up, and they deserve the beating. The talking points, all the talking shows, all the talking heads, they deserve the beating. We do. Even for the podcasters, I already admit they deserve the beating, all the missteps they made. But at that point, they were irrelevant. Yet you still chose to go out your way to make a sign and tell Cowboys suck. Eagles, they were chanting that at the Super Bowl. Because we live rent-free in friends' heads. Why we will always be America's team, no matter what side of the coin you look at. Whether you think you hate the obnoxious fans, we're going to win Super Bowl every year fans, or the real fans who actually argue with you and prove to you why you're not as great as you can. You have no idea what you're talking about. Whichever side of the coin you hate, we're still America's team. One thing that will guarantee I can guarantee when the Cowboys do win the Super Bowl, it's going to happen. I have faith. It happened when I was a teeny bitty kid, so I know it could happen. Now, am I predicting this next year or the next 2 years? No. Is it a grim outlook right now? Yes. You can take steps to do it. It can happen. So, that's what they call it faith for, you know? Gotta hope and have faith. But, one thing I can guarantee, like I said, when it does happen, the world will never be the same when the Cowboys win a Super Bowl in the modern day era. The world will shake. Both types of fans I were described earlier about Cowboys fans will become worse than the Eagles fans. We will be so obnoxious and shake the Raptors wherever we are. We will be out in full force. The celebrity bandwaggers like Jamie Foxx, he'll be back. I bet LeBron all of a sudden becomes a Cowboys fan again. It will be crazy how much space we will occupy in your heads as we will roam and take over the whole world. Jerry, you love your bottom line, you love your money. If you cut that check, you'll get it back and then some. I guarantee you, the Cowboys Super Bowl merch that you'll make would be insane. I mean, you make insane merch now, and we haven't done or won anything. But needless to say, either way, we're America's team. And once we win that Super Bowl again, we'll definitely be America's team. And you will have to sit there and deal with it. and I will be the first one out there with banners to find any Eagles fan and chant "Eagles suck." Because if you really think about it, that's a one-sided rivalry. Not in the sense of who's better, who wins more. The fact that the Eagles are Cowboys rivalry, like the Cowboys move on. It's not Eagles week for Cowboys. It's another game on the schedule. When it comes to the Eagles, it's Cowboys week. So, yes, we play in a division, and it's a long-standing history and a rival in that aspect, but you guys care about it way more than we do. We just want to beat you because you're obnoxious and want to shut you up. You guys want to beat Dallas for the sake of the city, which is crazy. Eagles fans need to get a life. Well, I know CD recently gave Eagles fans a shout out and said they're more passionate than Cowboys fans. I will give him credit in that. I don't believe they're more passionate. I think they're just louder and more obnoxious. And, you know, they dang near burned down the city. And Cowboys fans are usually too classy for all that. Eagles fans, when things are going bad, they're ready to burn down the city, take to the streets. Cowboys, we just politely complain, go about our day, get on social media, tweet our thoughts, call in the radio stations. You know, they go about our business. So in that regard, he's right. They're different. There's different types of passion, I believe. But either way, whether you're the obnoxious fan or the educated fan for the Cowboys, either way, we come together and we form America's team. Enough of this nonsense that the Bills or anybody else are American teams. We have and always will be America's team. Mention our name, we bring the whole city out. Nobody does ratings like us. Nobody does it big like us. And it'll pay off when we win that Super Bowl. I guarantee you. When we win that Super Bowl, it's going to be on. But thank you for joining me. This has been another Legendary Sports Podcast. Please like and subscribe. Share. Please follow me on all our social medias accounts. Comment below. Let me know what I could do better, what you like, what you don't like. So let's grow this thing together. All right, this is GSR. Get into it.